Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this is Glitchwork's 91 Not a Jeep Wrangler. No, this is the Granular. Now, I'm sure you can all tell what Jeep Wrangler generation this is based on, but that was obviously the name, and the badging was obviously changed to accommodate console-friendly guidelines. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the customization, and then after that, we're going to take it out and see really what kind of scenarios this would be best suited for. So obviously, Glitchworks kind of allows you to build the vehicle in more of a vanilla direction if you would like, or more of a kind of over-the-top direction if you would like. Now, starting off with the engine, you have a 305, you have a 350, and you have a modern 5.3. I'm going to go with the modern 5.3 on this build because that's going to get us our S+ power to weight rating. Then gearbox-wise, we have a 5-speed default, 6-speed highway, and 4-speed off-road. We're going to be trying out the 4-speed off-road and the 6-speed highway, but we're going to start with the 4-speed off-road. Now, suspension-wise, we have normal height, and then 4-inch lift. We also have an 8-inch lift. Now, the 8-inch lift, while it does look a little bit kind of overstretched with these standard tires, we're going to throw some slightly bigger tires on there. I say slightly, I mean a lot bigger tires on there, and that should take care of that pretty quick. Now, one of the tire compounds that I actually like a lot are these 36-inch GWC all-terrains. Now, if you wanted to go for a little bit of a mud-focused setup, you do have the 36-inch mud truck tire as well as the 36-inch GWC swamp bogs, and you also have the ability to go for some chain tires if you would prefer to go that route, or if you're going to be using this thing in a snowy or icy environment. Now, I'm going to go with the, I think I'm going to go with the GWC all-terrains on this one because these tires haven't really gotten a lot of driving time from me, and so I'm going to kind of put them through their paces and see what they're all about. Now, stage 4 winch is definitely going on. Let's see, tube bumper or overland bumper in the back. I really like the overland bumper because it allows you to carry some extra fuel, allows you to carry a spare tire, and if you're using this thing in campaign mode, the overland bumper would be a brilliant choice. Now, sidebars, I'm going to go for the rock sliders, and rear tailgate wise, let's say, okay, yeah, we're not really doing either one of those because we've already got the spare and the fuel. Now, let's see. Crawler roll bar is definitely going to become a thing because that also adds another spare wheel on top of the spare wheel that we have on our overland setup on the back. So, once again, if you're setting this thing up for objective-based gameplay, I would definitely recommend running as many spare tires as you can. Now, what's interesting about this is if I try to put the bikini top on the crawler cage, it gets rid of the back bars that house the other spare tire. That's an odd quirk. Now, let's see. Stock bumper, GWC tube bumper, rock crawler bumper, and bull bar. I'm definitely going with the rock crawler bumper and rock guards. I'll go ahead and go with the rock guards as well. Grill, let's see, windshield down or windshield up. This is a really cool feature that allows you to literally decide whether you want the windshield up or down because really that's kind of one of the coolest things about Jeeps, right? You can lower or raise the windshield whenever you'd like. The only thing about this one is obviously you have to do it in the garage. It's not a adjustable thing in the advanced menu. And whereas that would be cool, I'm still completely okay with being able to adjust it in here. I think it's really cool that he even included that. Now, lights, let's see, light pods or light bar up top. I'm going to do both, actually. All the freaking light, tube doors, and the GWC machetes look really, really good, but there's also, let's see if I can find them, there's also these mil-spec wheels, which I like a lot, GWC process wheels, which look a lot like Methods, and GWC modes, which kind of look like Methods as well. Now, let's go back up to the GWC machetes, because I really dig those. I like the concave look. And then, colors-wise, apparently the special color is very, very, very red. And I do like this kind of sand gray. I think that actually really pops on this thing. I think it's a really good-looking color. Now, there is a pretty decent variety of colors available, and you can kind of go whichever route you would like. I think for this one, I'm actually going to go with this sandy, like, desert tan, because I think it actually has a really cool look to it. And now, we're going to fire it up and see what it can do out here on the Super Truck Stadium map. It fires up quick. Like, some of these vehicles have kind of a longer startup process. Not this one. This one rips. It goes right to life real quick. Let's see how it does in the mud. Now, granted, I might want to swap the tires out before I do this for a dedicated mud compound. But let's see here. So, there we go. All right, the biggest mud tire we can fit. And let's throw a wheel on there that actually fits and makes sense. So, let's see. Those don't look good. Those don't look, they don't fit right. See, look, you have to be, oh boy. Oh, boy. Which ones of these fit right? Those fit right. I can't really see what they are, but they fit right. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! Yo, that's really good. Look at this thing. This little Jeep rips. That rips through the mud with these, dude, with the mud compound tires. It absolutely shreds. Now, with the diff lock being always on, it allows you to be in a situation like this and use automatic mode, which is a big help. And if you're going to be going through some muddy terrain, I would definitely recommend going for the mud compound tires on this thing because it actually really holds its own super well until you get into the really deep stuff like this. But then again, I mean, all you got to do is go right back down to first gear and you'll be A-okay again. I mean, that's holding some pretty good pace for a vehicle like this in mud this deep. I mean, this third mud hole is no joke, and I've gotten some pretty well-built vehicles completely stuck in this mud pit, so even though this thing did have to go down to first gear to get through it, I have absolutely nothing but, like, mad respect for the fact that it's even getting through it to begin with. So, awesome job on the tuning of this thing to Glitch. Now, let's make our way up out of this mud pit now, because really there's no point in going all the way to the end, because the end is just, well, it ends in the trees. And let's get you turned around real quick. Now that we're out of the mud hole, we're going to go ahead and throw the all-terrains back on. And let's see. So, GW Cat. Okay, so that's the name of that. Okay, there we go. In 46. And then let's try to find the wheels that we had before. Wheel 1. Okay, these are organized in a very... There we go. Okay, those are the wheels we had before. And now, we can set off for our next obstacle. Now, should that be the... Should it be the obstacle course or the balance track? I think it should be the obstacle course, because I feel like the obstacle course really provides a variety of obstacles that you're going to see out in the wilderness, but it provides them in a very over-the-top way. Not that that's a bad thing, but more along the lines of, like, if it can make it through this, it's going to be able to make it through almost anything else that you might be able to throw at it. So let's find out how she does. Keep in mind, this is still the off-road 4-speed, not the highway 6-speed box. This is pretty good. I mean, the suspension is actually really compliant. It wants to absorb the bumps. It wants to absorb the rocks. It wants to flex out. Well, easy. And these all-terrains, I've got to say, have a decent amount of grip on the rocks. I was kind of worried that with them being a all-terrain compound, they would be inherently compromised, but these aren't actually too bad. And you know, once it gets up into fourth gear, it rips pretty good. I mean, heck, I'm hitting these in fourth, and I still haven't picked up any damage from hitting the actual stacks of logs themselves or from the landings. Now, we're going to see how it performs on jumps a little bit later when we switch it out for the 6-speed box and go over to the racetrack. But, I mean, really, as I'm looking at it right now, or I should say from where I'm sitting, this thing is doing great. And if you're a fan of this YJ generation of Jeeps, I think this would absolutely be a great rig to have in your garage. Whether you're going to be using it on modded maps or campaign maps, I think you can set it up for any style of gameplay, really. I don't know if it has enough speed to jump the whole thing. Not quite, but I'm glad that I landed on the crate to kind of make up for the difference in speed. So, it's actually nice how when you're running the max power engine with the off-road 4-speed gearbox, it's not hard for it to get up to fourth gear. It actually maintains fourth gear really easily. Oh, no! I did not expect to get high-centered there. I really did not. Like, straight up, not even kidding. Come on. Yeah, going diagonally over obstacles like this is definitely going to be something that you'll have to think about. And if... Oh. Come on. I was like, if we can make it over that one, which we could, it was just a little bit on the sketchy side. I was gonna say, if we can make it over that one, I'll be really happy to know where this thing can make it in the future. God, this thing hasn't even picked up any damage yet. How is that? I mean, I'm not running a crazy no-damage suspension. I'm not running anything really all that wild on this thing, and it still hasn't... Oh, it just bumped right into that, and it didn't even pick up any damage from that either. I'm sure it'll pick some damage up eventually, but really incredible performance out of this thing. I'm genuinely surprised, like, genuinely blown away by the way this thing has been performing. Let me see if I can kind of ease it onto the logs. Oh, nope. All right, let me try that one more time. There we go. Not bad. It was okay until... Oop. And even then, look, we're picking up visual damage, but I don't know. I legitimately don't know why this thing isn't picking up any, like, mechanical damage at this point. I mean, I'm trying to break it. I'm rampaging up a hill and high, trying to get it to pick up damage, and I'm smashing it into logs on the way back down a hill, and it still doesn't want to. I don't know what this thing is on about. I don't know what its game is, but look what I just did. Still no mechanical damage. I ran it into a rock. Is this thing's damage broken? What? I don't even understand why I'm not picking up damage. I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, but dang. What is up with this thing? All right, let's see if it nosedives. Not too badly, actually. Wow, threw it right into high on the landing, pulled my way right back out. I am just endlessly impressed by everything that this vehicle is doing. There is nothing that this is doing right now that is not impressive to me. I mean, when I set off on this obstacle course, I fully did not expect to have that happen. That was my bad. Slid off the edge of the bridge. But when I set off on the obstacle course, I fully expected to be probably halfway damaged out halfway through the course. But, like, I still haven't picked up any damage at all, and I have no idea why. I genuinely have no idea why. I am completely, like, bewildered by what's going on here with this thing. All right, let's see how... I'm just gonna send it into that little muddy rock garden at full speed, full throttle. Granted, I'm not going as fast as I could be going, but send it! Okay, there we go. Oh, 1 unit of suspension damage. 1! From a landing like that! What the heck even is this thing? Is it just that well tuned? That is nuts. Well, I know that damage isn't broken. I know that it's there. It's just the way this thing has been set up, the way this thing has been tuned. I don't know even what the heck to make of it, but man. All right, I'm going to rampage through here in high and see if it picks up any more damage. Nothing! This is like one of the strongest vehicles I have ever driven. And... I mean, I know I've kind of flopped it there, but still. That is crazy. Okay, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to reach any winch points on that other side. Let me find out. Yep, nope. None on that side. That's a bit frustrating. But now, we're going to go ahead and recover back to the garage because I feel like, as far as durability, we've definitely figured out how it's going to perform. I mean... durability is not in any way, shape, or form a concern with this thing. I just literally, like, beat the crap out of it on the freaking obstacle course, and it was fine. It didn't even care. It was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay. Yeah, it's all good. I'm like, I guess. Like, okay. Come on. Oh, I forgot to put the 6-speed box in it. Ooh, will it make it with the off-road box at 4th? Probably not. Nope. That got it some damage, but I mean, after all, we literally, like, threw it into a concrete wall, so I feel like after being thrown into a concrete wall, it's probably going to end up picking up some damage. I would be surprised if it didn't. You know, like, if we threw it into a concrete wall and it didn't take any damage, I'd be a little concerned. So it does like to do donuts. It actually likes to do donuts a little bit more than I was expecting it to like to do donuts, so there is that. All right, a little bit of the e-brake. All right, come on. 5th gear. 6th gear. Oh, easy. Wow, dude, you guys, that landing was amazing. I haven't seen anything land that smoothly in such a long time. Wow, mad props to Glitch for this tuning. Mad props, dude. He absolutely knocked it out of the park on this thing. This project is one of his best driving projects to date, in my opinion. Come on. Get 6th. Come on. Oh! That was probably the worst suspension hit I've taken in this video. And you know what? I'm not surprised that it completely damaged itself out with that, but... oh, will it make it? Yeah, it'll make that. It just won't make that one jump. And that one jump, to be fair, is probably the hardest jump to clear on the entire track. I know it sounds a little weird, but it is. Trust me, that's probably one of the hardest jumps for a lot of these vehicles to clear on the whole track because it entirely depends on your exit speed of the previous corner. And unfortunately, my exit speed wasn't exactly where it needed to be. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.